welcome to King Geo's TV. Well, I know most of you people are sleeping, so I'm gonna go live, and this is gonna be maybe for later on when you go see this video. The title of today's show, mini show, is "Move Forward." And why do I say move forward? Because we're still enchanted, or we're still stuck in what happened last year, and a lot of people have been suffering, and we still as a country, as maybe some of us, not all of us, more toward this side, are leaning towards that this is all that's happening is fake. Everything that's going on is not real. That we're gonna get over this, and I mean a lot of things going on, and it's that's not the truth. I mean we got right now we have a lot of people who are suffering who cannot pay their bills because they're out of work, and whatever job they do have doesn't pay the bills. Okay, we just had Congress just recently say that the Republican Party said we just gave out $900 billion, and like they think like $600 is going to cover a lot. They think that just because they gave $900 billion the other day in December, that's going to do anything. That hasn't done anything. That hasn't even touched the surface of what we're going through. And it's a shame because we live in a country that was supposed to be the best of the world, right? In reality, we are not. We're not. I mean, because everything rules here is either politicians rule everything, big pharma rules everything, NRA rules everything, hedge funds rules everything. We just saw what hedge fund. I mean, what's going on with GameStop. With I'm loving it. I'm loving it. With AMC and all that, but mostly with GameStop, and that just teaches the hedge funds that you cannot control everything. Everything's under control. You had a hedge fund guy the other day crying. You know, and it's good for them. It's good for them. You don't see this very often when the stock market that happens to a particular stock or several stocks. But I hope it continues happening with these little stocks. So you can so the people can actually it's about time that the small people who invest in stocks it's time for people to make money. I mean, because to be honest with you, you buy a stock. Let's say you buy it at $2. Let's say you're learning how to do stocks, okay? And let's say you buy it at $2 and you buy 100 shares at $2 or whatever the case may be, and that stock stays there for a year, 2 years, stays there. It floats between $2. It goes to 250, 275, and you're making cheap change. But the hedge funds, they're making a whole lot of money. Okay, GameStop was selling last year at $4 and some odd cents. I don't even think they reached $10. I'm not sure. And now they're at $323 per share. So it means if you had 100 shares, you'd be doing good right now with GameStop. I was gonna do GameStop last year. As a matter of fact, I saw not even last year, as a few weeks ago. I was looking at the GameStop. I was like, should I put shares in it? But I said it's not good. GameStop is not gonna go up. GameStop is barely making any money. But I am so happy that GameStop is going up. I'm so happy that AMC is going up. I'm happy that they say go with Nokia. They say they go with Blueberry. So those are the companies that if they could do if they could do this. I'm sorry. If they could do this with GameStop, they could do it with other stocks too. And who loses? The hedge fund loses because they have to, they oversell and they have to buy these things back, and which is great, great, great. I'm happy. I'm really happy because finally the little man is getting some recognition. Finally, the little man is getting some recognition, and that's good. That's good for the economy because people getting money, and that money goes where it trickles down to the economy. You know, I would say hold on maybe like for another couple of days and then bail out, because once it's going to crash. The bubble is going to burst. So if you can just take what you got and just maybe wait another day or two, and then maybe 3 days. Not don't wait that long, and just get what you want, get what you got. And like Kramer said, you won the game, you hit a home run, don't go for the grand slam. But that's what you're gonna lose. You don't want to lose. Um, so if you had 50 shares or whatever, 100 shares or 200 shares or whatever it is, just and you're a small investor like I am. They can only afford maybe $100 or $200 to put down. Then your best bet is to get out now. You know, Take what it's worth. Take it, don't put in a restock because like I said, these things are very rare, and so I don't want you to lose your money and then you be broke. So take what you got, which is a good profit. But other than that, we're going through hard times, man. It's kind of funny how people say that Biden has done a lot of executive orders. Yeah, he had to do a lot of executive orders because of the Trump administration, but that's his job. You know, he's done 20 something, but that's the most of any president. But in the long run, it's not anything more than what any of the presidents have done. So it's nothing. So there's nothing that we should be worried about or anything like that. So, but he's not doing what Donald Trump did. Like they said, the Keystone Pipeline. They say, 11,000 people lost their job. No, only 1,000 people were working there. Then a friend of mine said, oh, no, King Gio, but you don't think about the people who supplied the material. They lost their jobs. Well, not really, because those people, they lost their contract. They're getting paid, and they go from one contract to the other. So no one loses anything there. The Keystone said that the people that were hired, those 1,000 people, they were just temporary workers, and their jobs were only for 4 to 8 months. And that pipeline, the one they were building, was going from Canada all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, and it was supplying fuel for Asia. So it didn't benefit us at all. And the thing that gives me the pet peeve is that people do not do their research. People, you gotta understand, I'm a research guy. I like to do my research. So when you come to me with your nonsense, just back it up. If you're right, I don't care if you're a Republican, and you come to me with proof, then I'm with you. I'm with you. But when there's no proof and you're not backing anything up, every person that's talked to me has come up with something that they've read, and not even from a good website. It's from any website. Anyone can do a website and can do a page, anything like that. But come to me with facts. That's what I want. It's facts. Am I asking for too much? No, I'm not. You know, think about that. Think about that. If you guys, hit that smash button. That one person. Yeah, think about it. We gotta do what we gotta do in order to survive. I think, put it this way, a lot of people have a tendency not to look at it, but if you look at history, or look from 1980 until now, and look at the histories of the Republican Party and look at the history of the Democratic Party, who's had a better economy, a better health system, a better unemployment? Democrats, not Republican. You can Google it. You can look it up. It's not something that I'm saying. I will never stir you the wrong way. I'm just telling you. The facts. That's the way it is. And then you got a Republican, that lady from Georgia, who's spewing QAnon conspiracy. A person who's in Congress and aligns herself or himself with a certain conspiracy group or any group at all that goes against the country should not be in Congress at all. Should not hold any office, whether it is mayor, governor, senator, president. Should not hold any office at all, because you're there to serve the people. And once you lean towards those kind of groups, you're serving them, and they got you by the balls. You got to do this. No. You're serving them, and people did not elect you for you to go with a conspiracy group, or for you to go with any group. The people elected you for you to represent that person, or that group of person, or the majority, or the state itself. Okay, not for you to go to Antifa, not for you to go to Black Lives Matter, not for you to go none of that, because that's not what the people chose you to do. You can say, you know what, I believe in this, I believe in that, but to join to say, and then she says the dumbest things in the world, so the Republican Party has to do something because they're losing grips on people. Okay, they found 5 mother pipe bombs in around the Capitol building, and they said that this was done before the day before the riots. The FBI is giving it put a reward of $100,000 to find the person, or the person is responsible to putting those pipe bombs there. Do you think the FBI is really looking real hard? No, if the FBI is really looking hard, they'll find this person. With so many cameras around the Washington area, you're not gonna tell me you can't find one camera that picked up this person or these people? Come on, come on, man. You know. But we have to move on. We have to move forward. We can't let whatever the ex-president said before affect this. It's over. It's done with. If you are a Republican, you should move forward. You shouldn't believe everything that man says, because none of it's true, to be honest with you. And like I said, I'm neither here nor there. I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat, but it's not true. And there's no proof that there is. All of the judges, most of the judges all the judges that he took into court threw it out. And most of them were judges that he chose, because he chose over 100 federal judges. He chose those judges, and most of them said no, that there is no proof that there was any election fraud. There was fraud in the elections. There was none. But yet he continues. He continues to. He's been quiet so long. I mean, for how long? It's Trump. But we have to move on. We have to move this for the greater good of the country. Me personally, I'm going to tell you the truth. I know that Biden wants to work with the Republicans. I know he does. In his heart, he really does want to work with the Republicans. He really wants to do good with the Republicans. But the Republicans are not going to do it. You're not going to do it with the Republicans. Republicans are not known to work with people. Not with the Democrats. So as much as Biden's trying to, I think it's time for him, or maybe not now, within the next month or so, it's just to move forward and take advantage of the majority of the lead that he has, that 51 vote, which is Kamala Harris. Take care of that. Give the people what they need. We should mask up. Give the people what they need. Hopefully the economy rises up. People start working again. I mean, we have to do something, because the Republicans are not going to give us a $1.9 trillion stimulus. They said yesterday they might give us something close to it, but they're not going to give everything. And the Democrat Party has to be a little bit concerning. You cannot give out a stimulus check to people who make $300,000 a year, even if there was a couple. You cannot do that. You have to focus on the people who are not working. You have to focus on the low class people who are not working. I didn't mean to say low class. I'm sorry about that. People who are not working, people who are poor, the poor people. Because do you need a stimulus check if you're making $100,000 a year? No, you don't. You really don't. So that threshold has to be lowered. Even 75,000 has. I think that's too high. I mean, at the beginning of the pandemic, yeah, but as we go in towards this, most of those people probably got their jobs back, or they're working somewhere else. I mean, this is just me thinking, but I think that that threshold of 100,000, 200,000, no, that has to be lowered down. That has to go down. You cannot do that. You have to look for the people who are not working, the people who are really struggling, who cannot pay their rent, who cannot do this. I mean, that's what we gotta look for. If you're gonna do the stimulus package, and if the Republican says no, then you just gotta move forward, and you just gotta use that 51 vote. And use the Reconciliation Act and move forward, steam forward. That's what you got to do. Because the Republicans are not going to do it. Republicans would not work with you. It's in their nature, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. But I think Biden hasn't done anything now yet, because he's starting and he wants to work with the Republicans, which is a good thing to do. But most of them are not going to. Most of them are not going to be bipartisan. They don't want to do anything. So they're just going to move forward, and you have to move forward. You have to take your 51 vote. You got to use Kamala Harris. You got to do that, and you got to move forward and just say, you know what? I'm going to give people the stimulus. I'm going to give people this. I'm going to give people that, and get the economy raising up. You got to. You have to. You have to look out for the benefit of the people. If you took it that one, if you tax that 1% of these billionaires that don't pay federal taxes, or these companies that don't pay federal taxes, and you start taxing them and you start making them pay their share, we wouldn't be in this predicament that we are in there now. Right? How can a Republican have the audacity to say, we just recently gave away $900 billion? You think $600 is sufficient enough to maintain. What does $600 do for that's not even rent money. You know how much a room is in New York? One bedroom in New York, just a bedroom alone in the city of New York. I'm talking about when I talk the city of New York, I'm talking about Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, and Staten Island. Those are the five boroughs. A room in that city alone, it's people charging for a room $800. Maybe upstate New York is totally different, but $800. Yonkers, Mount Vernon, Westchester County, $800 for one bedroom. That means you're living in someone's home in their bedroom. In a bedroom, they have their spare bedroom. Not an apartment for yourself, not somewhere you could do whatever. No, in an apartment or a house that has one bedroom, and they're renting you that one bedroom. So if they're renting you for $800 a month, what are you going to do with a check for $600? You could do a lot. You could pay some bills, but in the long run, it's not going to do you anything. It's not even a patch. Not even. So what do you do? What do you do? You know. So I think February rolls around, the mid-February. If things start, you see that things are not working out with the Republican, use the 51 vote, use the Reconciliation Act, and move forward. And try to take as advantage as you can. If you can take away the filibuster, take away the filibuster. Do a lot of things. A lot of things. Do a lot of things because filibuster is not. It's not in the Constitution that you have to have all these parts. It's not in the Constitution. It's something that was made by Crow. I forgot his first name. But we need to do this. Because we need to stand together as a country, man. It doesn't matter what side you're in. This is not a time to say Republicans or Democrats. This is a time to think of the country, to think about us as a country. That's what we should do. Think as a nation, man. As a nation, buddy. Nothing more, nothing less. You know? That's what we need to do. And unfortunately, we're not doing that. So I want you to know, if you see my video, let me know how has this pandemic affected you. Because Monday and Tuesday, I'm gonna go to my live, and I want to see you guys talk on my live, and I want you to call in and say, hey, King G, this. I want to feel how the nation is feeling, how our nation, our great nation, is feeling, how the people are feeling. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, and it doesn't matter to me. But I want to see how you feel. Let me know. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Peace out.